All right, we got a main event. We are back. We are live. We are here. It is Freestyle Anime Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Rico with your other host Ty and your other host CJ.
What it do, baby?
And your other host on the screen over there, Maal.
Yo.
So we back at the hands battle.
Yes, sir.
Anime Fight Club. Freestyle Anime Fight Club. Let's do it. Last round, we got to give the victory to Maal and Rico. They came through with Maal had Mike Guy, and Rico had Garo. Two of the best hands in anime by far. Ty and me gave a good debate, but we just couldn't take the cake. So we got loser. We're gonna try. We got loser bracket. Now I gotta go against Ty. He has Baki. I have Gearless Joe.
Yep.
And then we got Rico and Maal, who got
Kenichi, the Mighty Disciple.
Kenichi from the Mighty Disciple going against.
I got Akaza.
Akaza.
Ooh. I'm excited for that.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is Akaza kill people.
He unfamiliar with Kenichi. I'm just saying.
They don't know.
They don't
know.
I don't know either, to be honest with you. So
Like
I'm
Maul
excited.
did last week, I have a slight surprise. I am going to use my sub because Gearless Joe, I'm sorry, I love you. Baki might just be a little too out of your league.
What?
Just a little bit.
You?
Yeah. So instead of Gearless Joe,
Who was on your bench? It has to be somebody. On your bench.
Heihachi.
Heihachi?
That's what y'all told me. It was either Heihachi or Adam.
What?
I thought it was Adam. Y'all said it was Heihachi, so I said, okay, I'll leave it at Heihachi.
Who's Heihachi again?
From Tekken.
Oh,
From Tekken.
Oh,
so
you
let's
switched
get
it.
ready to rumble. Part 2. I got Heihachi coming off the bench to come and substitute Gearless Joe, and he's going to be taking on Baki the Grappler.
I'm ready for this. But before we get into it, remember to like, subscribe, follow us on all the socials, of course, because we're trying to grow the channel, get bigger and better debates, better game shows for y'all. I know you love that stuff, so make sure you click those links below, man. Just check it out.
All right.
Hope you guys love the last episode, man. So who's going first?
Who's going first?
Who's the rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Okay. Both papers? Okay.
That was not paper.
Hold on, bro.
That threw me. That was not paper. He said both papers. I was like, huh?
I tried to mess you guys up.
You did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right.
All right. You get to choose.
Scissors. Always go with scissors unless he throw a rock. There you go with paper.
That is funny.
But I'm about my paper. So I'm going to go second. I'm going to let Ty introduce Baki the Grappler.
All right, so before we get into it, I want to make sure we explain. So this is a hands battle, all right? That means no powers, no abilities. This is purely technical skill and how they would go up against their opponent, all right?
Yes.
So we're equalizing all of the generic stats, and we're just purely going to be locking in on how they would win a fight against their competitor using their feats that we have and kind of extrapolating it onto their normal skill set. So we're going to get into it.
And this is still round 1, match 3.
Yes.
So it's Ty versus CJ. So yes, let's start.
All right. So I'm going to do a little something here while I'm introducing my character because I had a lot of time to read. All right. Baki the Grappler has 371 chapters. Since we started this competition, I read every last one of them chapters. All right.
Jesus.
And when I say I was unfamiliar with Baki's game, I was extremely unfamiliar. This guy is a beast, bro. When you think of fighting shows, fighting anime, anything fighting, Baki's name always comes up. Always.
Yeah, always.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a beast. He's a different breed, bro. And so much so, I'm this confident in this character. In this battle today, I'm only going to use feats for when he was 13 years old.
Damn.
That's how confident I am right here. Because when I tell you, that is all I need to take on Heihachi right now. Baki is a different breed. We want to talk about his martial arts abilities. He has his bag in karate, boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, etc., etc., etc. Name it off. He knows it. He can use it. He knew that ever since he was a jit too. When he was a kid, man. He mastered every single martial arts style from all these incredible teachers. And you know what he said? Man, it's not enough, bro. I already mastered this. I need more. And he was a menace back in the day, too. 13-year-old Baki was not afraid to murk people, bro. He was different. He chilled out a lot when he got older. Back then, he used to get into fights for no reason, just to test his strength, just to prove himself. So when I'm telling you, he's going to see Heihachi, and he's just going to tear that man to shreds. Let me get into it. But that's my intro. All right.
All right. So, put my 2 minutes on. Let me know.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. First things first. I love Baki, but obviously, and Maul would contest this. My opponent here does not know Heihachi or the lore of Tekken in the first place. Let's talk about Heihachi. His name is the King of Iron Fists, aka Heihachi Mishima. All right, so first and foremost, the iron-willed warlord that is Heihachi, disguised as a martial artist. Heihachi is well beyond his means of being almost superhuman. All right, he has his own style that he created called Mishima style karate that is literally created to kill people, not just people, certain people. His own son, evil incarnate, and his grandson, because they both carry the devil gene. Literally, the devil gene. They're literally half demons. They can transform. They can shoot lasers. They can have superhuman strength. It's basically being Super Saiyan. They can fly. They can live in the vacuum of space. And he made a fighting style to kill them, not fight them, not to combat them, not to even lock them away, to destroy them. And he mastered that fighting style. And he is the sole person actually in Tekken to be able to even fight with these two on par. They fought in a 3-way fight and literally their punches colliding blew a building apart. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. People know he literally at one point ruled the world through a company. That's how powerful this man is. He has no means. He does not run out of no means of money. He is one of the richest people on the planet in the Tekken universe. He controls all of Japan for a long ass time. And he kills people by throwing them off cliffs and into volcanoes, which he also survived. I'm just saying, Heihachi, different breed. I'm just saying.
All right. Good intro, man. Good intro. All right. So we heard him get into it a little bit. But now we're going to start. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So as we get started here, I'm going to go back into some of Baki's specifics, right? So let's start off with his fighting styles. I already listed them all off, the different ones that he knows. Again, he's mastered all of these at 13 years old. He's a monster, bro. He's a monster. He knows all this stuff, right? And again, he used to pick fights with everybody. He was famous for this. People would come and seek him out as a 13-year-old just to fight him, and they would lose. Full-grown adults would come to fight him. Martial arts masters come to fight him. Wash them. Absolutely wash them. There was one time he got jumped by over 100 people. 100 people came to jump him. And, bro, when I tell you, he was fighting every last one of them off, bro, by himself. Next thing, too, like, there was a time period where he was talking. He was like, bro, I want to get stronger. I need to be able to fight my dad. I need to do something more. I want to get stronger. So he went to a general his dad used to work with. What that general say? Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to do what Yujiro did and go fight some trained soldier veterans. I got 5 of the best soldiers on the planet in this, like, restricted zone right here. Take you on a helicopter, drop you out of that helicopter. You just going to find them and hunt them down and beat them. All right? And what did he do? He landed there. He didn't know where they were. They were all camouflaged. They jumped him, and he fought back every last one of them, bro. They had, like, serrated knives that could cut through darn near anything. Beat them. They had string that they were using to slice through things and set up traps. Overcame the traps. Beat them, too. You had somebody else who could predict any single move that was coming at him. He could freely control his body in all sorts of different ways. Beat him, too. And so much so, there was a moment where he almost got overwhelmed, and he was being choked to death. And he had enough willpower as his soul was drifting off of his body. He said, no, get back. He willed his soul back into himself and continued to fight and beat him later. Now, moving on to some of the more of the durability feats that are related to that right there. Something else young Baki was able to do is he was able to get a precise control of the blood flow and the endorphins in his brain to turn pain off from being a negative experience into a joyful one. So he gets euphoria when he feels pain, so he can overcome any pain that he's feeling in his body. First of all, right? And he can also use it to bypass any restrictions within his body, too. So he can move at the maximal human strength limits, where he's lifting like several hundred pounds of like material, and he's using that to hike into the mountains just as basic training to just get warmed up for the day. There was a demon gorilla in the same mountain that he was going up against. A giant demon gorilla, not a regular gorilla, demon gorilla. It's this 13-year-old Baki. And he was fighting this demon gorilla, choked him out, beat him, punched his teeth out, and darn near killed him. Pretty much, just by himself. Later on, after all of this training, so these are some of the better feats I wanted to get into. He got a little bit stronger. He learned all this other stuff. He's like, you know what? I want to go back and I need to find some more masters. I just need to prove my strength. He went dojo to dojo to dojo to dojo and had the master show them the best technique they had. And you want to know what he did? He closed his eyes, said, all right, hit me with it. And don't do no half hit either. I want you to hit to try and kill me. And there was a katana swordsman. He said, all right, you sure? Because I can't take this back. So he's like, no, go ahead. Closed his eyes. He swung his sword. The second it touched Baki's side, he ducked under it, did a flying backflip kick, axe kick to the head, hit him out in one hit. He woke up like an hour later, like, huh? What happened? Were you hurt? He's like, hey, you kind of scratched me here. That's it. This is the reaction time we talking about. Baki is a different breed, bro. I don't know anybody else like that. Later on, somebody threw a bottle of acid at him. Not like the bottle itself, like they spilled like a bottle of acid towards him. Tell me how Buddy, like all the droplets coming at him, weave, didn't move his feet. Feet, same place. Weave. This man's on a different level when it comes to maneuverability, flexibility, reaction time, durability. His fighting technique is the best. Like I said, he mastered all these other fighting techniques. So anyone that he sees, he immediately knows how to counter. And it's a little bit different too with him because he's not just worried about hitting you. He has all sorts of submission techniques, body grapples, disjointments that he can do too, that he did on people all the time. When he was training to fight his dad too for his endurance again, he was practicing for 12 hours straight, warming up, fighting all these other monsters, masters, again, very powerful people, fighting for 12 hours straight as a warm-up against his dad. And he was just like, nah, I'm not going to be in my top form up until we've been doing this for 12 hours. And he was ready to fight his father after that point there. That's most everything I wanted to touch in. But yeah, honestly, again, Baki's just a different breed. He's got the technical skill, he's got the endurance, he's got the know-how, he's got a lot of knowledge, reaction time. There's nothing that Heihachi can throw at him that he hasn't already seen before or could adapt to or could overcome.
All right.
How much time I had left?
38 seconds.
Yeah,
All right. So my turn.
17. All right, go ahead now.
All right. So here we are with Heihachi. Now I'm going to jump into telling you about Heihachi. First and foremost, Heihachi's fighting style, Mishima style, is a combination of every other style in Tekken, which is every other known style in the world. And he takes the deadliest versions of each of those styles to put into his Mishima style, which is once again made to kill people, not to knock them out. He is the king of Iron Fist, which is a tournament, worldwide tournament for every of the all of the strongest fighters around the world, assassins, swordsmen, wrestlers, everything. The best of the best come to this tournament. And he is king of that tournament because no one could beat him. The only person that can even give him a challenge is his son and his grandson, who both, once again, are barely human. Ty's over here talking about how Baki can dodge droplets. Heihachi dodges lasers. This man had a supercomputer satellite in the sky orbiting the Earth. His son walked out, mind you, in his suit, not even fighting ready, and shot it out the sky with his eye lasers. This is who he is fighting. And the funny thing is, he's not fighting these people in normal arenas like Baki or on the side of the street. No, he's fighting in volcanoes while lava is on the floor barefoot. You know what I'm saying? So let's break down the Mishima style. First of all, Mishima style is, once again, the most lethal fighting style in Tekken because it is, once again, made to kill demons. It has frame perfect movements called the Electric Wind God Fist, where Heihachi has to have unhuman-like reaction time. So it's almost like Black Flash in JJK, where you have to have your punch has to be frame perfect to pull this technique off. And it is devastating. It's devastating. He produces lightning with his fist. He is just human. That's how fast he is moving. On top of that, he's fought some of the best grapplers, some of the best wrestlers, some of the best submissioners, all of that. He fought Ogre, who is literally a deity, who comes to kill Devil Gene users. He fought that. Now, Ty was saying that Baki, as 13, was a demon. But funny enough, I remember an instance when he actually went against a Swordmaster and he quit the match because he couldn't overcome the lethality of the sword. He thought he was going to die. And then let's not forget how he lost to Pickle just because Pickle was just vastly stronger than him, vastly faster than him. And he never beat his father. So I'm just saying, here's this master of the most deadly karate on the planet fighting inhuman opponents and everybody else and beating everybody else that doesn't even come close to fighting him. Literally, if you play Tekken, no one ever comes close to beating him besides his son and his grandson. Those are the only two people that comes close, and he's beaten both of them. And let me slow down. He was thrown off a cliff into a volcano and survived. Then came back. And when his son and his grandson were fighting in space, mind you, they had knocked the asteroid towards Earth, and he caught it while meditating. Just woke up from his meditation, looks up, asteroid heading straight for him. He catches it barehanded. This man is a monster. This man is closer to Yujiro Hama than anything. I think Yujiro Hama is based on him, honestly, if I really want to break it down. The man fights everybody. He's conquered the world, literally. No one has, before his son was born, he literally was the conqueror of the planet, strictly off straight martial arts. No one could beat him in a fight. He fights bears. Kuma, Ty's favorite character using Tekken, by the way. I hate that character. Works for him, who's a living bear who knows martial arts. If you want to talk about strength, it's a living bear that knows martial arts, and he doesn't even come close to Heihachi. Heihachi's fighting style, he has some of the best, some of the most damaging, and some of the best attacks and combinations in Tekken. It's crazy. If he hits you, your health bars disappear. I'm just saying. He's fighting against characters who destroy buildings with their fists, and he's destroying buildings with his fists. He's collided with his sons and his grandson and literally destroyed an entire building just by the sheer shockwave of his fist. He kicks through concrete, iron bars, all of that.
All right, so 2 minutes, Ty. And 2 minutes, Ty, and you can start. You ready?
Yep.
Now.
All right. Don't let CJ's flowery words dissuade you here talking about how he compares to singing Yujiro. He can't even get past Baki yet. He's just trying to make it sound that way. He's just trying to hype him up, all right? Don't get distracted by the flowery words. Because, again, looking at the base feats, yet again, when we're looking at Baki, he wants to downplay the droplet feat. I'm saying, like, literally, like, you take a bottle of water, you spill it out at somebody. I'm talking like it spreads the entire area here. Like, that's literally physically impossible to dodge. But Baki did it. All right? We're not talking about like something that is indistinguishable. We're talking about a wave of mist, and Baki is dodging the individual droplets from a wave of mist. That is a way greater feat than he's trying to give it credit for, honestly. Second thing, too, is Baki is always going up against these crazy monsters. Just because he lost a fight, again, and that's something later on. I'm talking earlier Baki even. If we want to talk about the fights that he won, Baki, at the end of that 13 years old, gets introduced to the underground tournament, which have the best fighters in the world, right? And he immediately rose to become the champion. Never lost. Never lost in the underground championship, ever. Up to that point when he was 13 and moving on to him 15, 17. Never lost. Beat every single world champion at that point by himself as a 13-year-old. And again, this is back-to-back fights consistently over the course of time. And he's very good at, again, breaking down how people fight, understanding it, and overcoming it. He had plenty of people that he fought that were just like, hey, if I touch you once, you're dead. Baki still beat them. Look at Hanayama, who's able, literally, if he gets his hand on you, he can pop your entire blood vessels on your arm. Your arm is gone. Done. He could rip tires apart with his bare hands. He grabbed Baki, disrupted his entire hand, broke his entire hand, shreds. All the muscle fibers were destroyed. What did Baki still do? Put that man to sleep. All right? He still won that fight, even though his arm got destroyed. So there's nothing that, again, Heihachi can do that is going to take down Baki. I'm just being honest with you. Anything he throws at him, he's going to be, oh, Baki's not getting up from this. Like every fight Baki's ever been in.
Time.
All right.
Boy, you were going in, Ty. You were going in.
Okay, here we go.
Disrespecting my boy.
Go ahead, CJ.
First and foremost, Heihachi dodges lasers, light speed feet. He's talking about water droplets, light speed feet. Should not be humanly possible. Heihachi fights and goes against lasers. Not only did he fight against these lasers, he tanked a couple of these lasers to the face. He's been hit by these lasers. These lasers have been shown to destroy satellites, cut buildings down. destroy tanks. His son was shown throwing tanks, ripping through metal. And he is the one that's killed. His son took, the satellite that his son destroyed was a super weapon that Heihachi made to kill his son. It blew up the entire building. His son tanked it. But his son is afraid to fight Heihachi. Well, I wouldn't say afraid. He doesn't want to die when he fights Heihachi because he knows Heihachi could kill him. Heihachi's, let me break down the Mishima style a little better. All right? Mishima style, no hesitation. The slightest hesitation means death, basically. No hesitation, nothing. He's relentless. He does not feel pain. He tanks lasers. He tanks missile fire. Heihachi is a complete animal. Second of all, okay, so how Mishima style works is you get the most physical output for the minimum timing. Heihachi's timing is godlike. A enhanced demon could not react to Heihachi's kicks, punches, thrusts, drops, and grapples. Secondly, precision. Heihachi breaks bones with the slightest tap. Now, he's over here saying that Baki fights through all of that, but if you're fighting a being that could tank literal obliteration of an entire building, Baki has not fought anything like that. Baki hasn't fought anything on that he nuked the city. The whole city was destroyed by that explosion. And his son was still standing. But when they come fist to fist, Heihachi is right there fighting with the son. Putting that man down in the dirt, who he has beat and thrown off a cliff into a volcano. And vice versa. Heihachi survived being thrown into a volcano. Something that killed Kaido, maybe. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Electric God Fist, it's perfectly timed. It generates lightning on its own due to the speed and impact. It's absurd. He has no powers. He's human. He is peak human. He is as strong as a human can be. This man has various techniques. He has the Wind God Fist. He has the Hell Axe, Lightning Screw Uppercut. All of these moves destroy nervous systems, bro. It's literally, the Lightning Screw Uppercut is literally designed to destroy your nervous system. Everything that this man throws out is to kill you. It's not to stun you. It's not to put you down for a little bit, not to knock you out. Everything is to kill you. If he touches you, he's trying to kill you. This man has extreme conditioning, extreme muscle conditioning, he's immune to electricity for some reason. He's been shocked by lightning. Lightning struck Heihachi on the forehead. It didn't do anything. It did not stop him. It just made, he oral farmed it, if I'm being honest. The man never hesitates. The man never retreats. And he never stops.
Oh, stop, CJ.
I knew it. I was just like, it's definitely been 2 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes. Yeah.
Man, even in this extra time,
No.
he didn't start it.
I guess it didn't start. My bad. I gave you a little extra time. My bad.
All right, so
So
going for fighting style and martial, like, and the foundation stuff. Also, going for. All right, so can y'all hear me now? Yeah, I'm good. All right, so cool. All right, so going with the fighting style. Well, personally, me going with the fighting style and everything that what they both were bringing up. I think I'll go with fighting style more so with Heihachi, due to the fact that it seemed like his fighting style was so dominant that no matter what anyone brought up or went against, because he didn't say he was king of a tournament or king of the world. Like, yo, that's a pretty insane feat that no matter anybody else in the fighting style or fighting anybody else, would they even try to put demons, and lasers, like, no matter what. And I'm like, yo, that's insane. That's insane. But for me, I think technique, though, I give it to Baki because at such an age of 13, before even 13, he had mastered all of this and said, I needed more. And I'm like, yo, that's insane to able to even move his or discolate his body and move his body. So I'm like, yo, technique and execution to able to do that. That's like at that age and pure determination. So that's for sure. So to me, I feel like, you know what, that's what I would start. That's why I like, okay, it's even like split for me. That's why I kind of give, one edge to the other person and one fighting style for Hachi and technique for Baki.
Yeah.
Now
we're the same thing. Literally.
Now for the canon example of fight evidence,
Ty was definitely in his back.
You can't.
You got at the I know you can't.
But I got rate both of y'all 17-17. I feel like you guys brought up like damn near same equal amount of.
I know.
Oh, go ahead, Ma. What you had?
Yeah, yo. So the fight out, it was just tough. It was tough. So now, I kind of went down and went down to fighting IQ and adaptability. To me, I feel like Ty brought more of Baki be more of adaptability and how he will go against the where CJ, because of the fact that it's not your fault, it's the fact that the man was dominant in his own world. Like you didn't really give anything that you should.
He never had. Like, don't get me wrong, he fought people of different styles, but it's just like his style was just so much better because he nitpicked every of the deadliest styles for everything. So I can see what you're talking about.
Go ahead, Ma.
He never really had to adapt except for when he goes against his son.
So for me, I was just like, I'm just giving that. It was like clear cut. Baki got that because just the fact of how much things that Ty was able to bring up compared to what CJ was able to bring up. Now, stamina, durability. I don't know if Heihachi just seemed like that nigga just got plot armor now because the way you did nigga talk about grabbing a meteor at the air out of space, and I'm like, yo,
nigga different. I'll show you the
video. I hear,
Go ahead.
I hear you, but I'm trying to like, I'm trying to understand this man durability and stamina, and it's just like. It's like if this man's like own gag version of a One Punch Man or something like that, Saitama. Like I'm just like you wasn't really like I didn't understand the stamina and durability of Heihachi. It just seemed like this man just got brute strength and no one can stop this man, and that's what it felt like to me. Where you hear this man
surviving isn't durability.
Well, you did bring that up. But my thing though, you also say in the same breath, there's also the same nigga catch a meteor. So of course, dropping him off a cliff and falling a lava in my head, of course you're gonna survive that because that's the same nigga can catch a meteor. Like
What about the
Go ahead, Ma. Go ahead. What's your debate quality? What is debate quality?
So.
My.
Yeah. So for. Yeah, my last one. So for me, I kind of more went more with Ty on that one. So I kind of went more with Ty with that one though, because in fact Ty even brought it to the point where this man went against with someone. I think what did you mention about his arm? Like it meant to like destroy his arm and push through that while his arm is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You know, on some I guess Deku type shit. You know, his whole body being destroyed and still punch through no matter what. So that's insane willpower to like pull that off. So and I gave that to Baki. I did give that to Baki, but I got, even though it was Ty on the whole for I didn't go with Ty for number 3. I kind of gave it to more CJ due to the fact that CJ wasn't in his bag for how much I play Tekken. I'm aware of Heihachi, but I didn't even aware of much of Heihachi compared to how much I'm Baki aware of. And CJ wasn't in his bag. I was like, God damn, boy, Heihachi's like that. So what was for me? I got Baki though. I got Baki. Baki over Heihachi based on everything ever since that Ty brought up against you CJ. Because to me,
It's a lot of pressure you put on me, but this stuff. First of all, man, y'all did a good thing. Here's how I scored it, man. So we have fighting style. I gave it to Heihachi 18-16. Technique, I gave it 18-20 to Ty, and then Ken example 18-17 CJ's way. Fighting IQ 8-16, I gave it to Ty, and then stamina and durability, I gave 19-18, gave it to CJ, and then debate quality 7-9, I gave it to Ty. So we got a grand total score. CJ put up 88 out of 100, and Ty put up 96 out of 100. You know, both good quality debates. They brought some good stuff. I just felt like in a fight in the octagon, I think our boy Baki would take it based on the scorecard. So Baki's moving, and we're moving on to the next debate.
All right, again, that was just 13-year-old Baki. Don't let me get in a 17-year-old Baki, man.
Shut up.
I got Garo, man. When we meet back up, bro, it's gonna be different. I'm letting you know.
Smacked.
I'm letting you know. Yeah, who getting smacked, bro?
He getting smacked. And then the way the thing is moving, I'm seeing Maal next.
No, I'm saying
bracket.
I'm just saying, me and you gonna meet in the finals, all right?
Oh,
you gonna meet in the finals, all right?
I don't know if you
best be ready, bro.
Okay,
you best be ready.
Okay. All right, man. Let's move on. Maal It is Kenichi versus what's his name?
Akaza.
Oh, I forgot about that name.
Akaza.
He's under the ground. 6 feet. So, go ahead, Maul. You're first.
Why I'm first?
Because last week I went first, and this week you go first.
What?
Because I remember
You
as
just
I was
making
doing
up
the
shit.
editing, he was slick. He never played rock paper scissors shoot with CJ. He just said go first.
No, CJ let him go first.
Yeah, no, but he said nah, CJ, you go, and he never played. CJ was like, "Does Maul want me to go first? I'll go first."
Okay, so look at this train going. So Rico, go first. Like it's
No,
okay.
we're not keeping no trim, bro. Go ahead.
Listen, man, we're talking about Akaza, bruh. Ty, how you say his original name? Hughie, Haji.
Good question. Where's my phone at?
Yeah. Wait, listen, we talking about Akaza. The guy will put a freaking hole in your chest. The one that would say, "Hey, you know, he'll go take you to Krispy Kreme donut if you like to." Hakuji. Oh, okay. And we're talking about the fighting style where it's talking about bare fist fighting style where we talking about when they say Nuck when you buck, he definitely means that exactly. Trust me, all right. And and Mr. the original 6'7" himself, man. Come on. We just stop it, all right? Come on, man. 6'7". What you got to say about that, man? With your Kenichi. I don't need the whole 2 minutes. It's goated, bro. Open case plus.
That's the intro?
That's it.
Yeah. Why we need that long 4-4, man? Go ahead.
So anyway, man, Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. He was a base human, basically, like any one of us who got tired of being bullied and went to go look for a dojo to teach us how to fight. And that's who Kenichi is. He is literally the Steph Curry of the greatest Mightiest Disciple by being consistent, being in the gym, and going to his dojo. The first dojo he went to, they thought he was too weak, kicked him out. Then he ran into this girl who actually knew how to fight, and he followed her home, creep. He followed her home and then learned that she lived in a dojo, and she lived with 6 masters. The the Raizung Pako, I messed that up. Raizung Pak dojo, where he got taught by 5 masters, and they basically literally broke his body down, put him through rigorous training, just like old martial arts. They took him and had him on like 2 sticks, pulling him apart, just stretching him out, made him do push-ups, like really strict in conditioning him, thinking like San Jian Wu through the whole thing. They took him through a whole course where they broke his body down and built it up because he was just a nerd. He had no physical, no gift, no talent, no hidden prodigy. He was just a kid who wanted to learn what real strength was. And so he went to a dojo where the 6th master, his first master, Akaza, he is a jujitsu master and a doctor. He trains Kenichi in grappling and redirecting, and he helps him get physically ripped, built, and emotionally intact. So that matter as a fighter. Apachan, he is specialist in Muay Thai. So Apachan trains him, and he is somebody who he doesn't know how to like land soft blows. Every time he hits you, it's full strength. Like he doesn't know how to hold back. And then he gets taught by Kensei Ma, a kung fu master specialist in Chinese martial arts known for his speed and philosophy. And then he gets trained by a weapon master, Shuguri, which is a girl. She's a ninja. She's very stealth.
Ding, 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 ding. That's your time right there.
Go ahead.
All right, Mo, you got 5 minutes, all right? See what you're up against. Let's go.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. All right, we're talking about Akaza. All right, Hakuji, original name before he became Akaza. Right. Well, Akuji, as a young child, was getting beaten. And you see him was getting beaten. We just talking about it as a child when he was getting beaten to get medicine for his dad. I don't know why I just started stuttering. So sorry if y'all caught me just stuttering just now. Where he was getting beaten for his dad and take the type of treatment. And one of those moments to show you at the young age of his durability of how much pain he can take on. Because, hey, he got beaten from stealing money to make money for his dad. Then he went after that, fought some adults. I think he fought like 3 or 7 of them. I can't remember how many it was. Then I think that's when he met his master. I forgot his master name, which taught him the fighting style of Soryu, which is pretty much where I think you mentioned one of the guy where he said he doesn't know how to give like soft blows, everything is heavy blows. Yes. Where hey, This man is pure fighting style. That's all is meant to give nothing but pure damage. Where he hits you is give you internal damage. Where hey, it's instantly one shot hit. That is a complete fighting style. And keep in mind, he's Hakuju Sensei found him after he just beat up some kids, beat him up, and was able to recover and got back up probably within a couple of hours. And that actually even surprised the sensei as well too. Like wow, when that is something meant to completely pretty much instantly kill you. And we seen later on what it do. Mr. 6'7" after we saw what happened to his wife. So that's to let you know of that. Then also, this is why I say, hey, the fighting IQ and that ability of, to take that learn from his master. Because due to the fact that he didn't know anything, did not know anything about the technique, didn't know anything about what's going on. And the fact that he was able to, master that and also take that on. And we saw where he went to get outclassed the whole entire dojo doing that, no matter what. He took, and the amount of durability this man had, we saw where, hey, he took beatings constantly for stealing, for getting medicine for that, like we talked about. He was even poisoned as well, I believe, one point in time. And he was doing whatever it take to keep going. And so, when it comes to execution, we don't need to talk about that. I don't want to keep rubbing this whole Mr. 6'7", but we saw the execution that he put at that dojo. It was a pure. I'm talking about, I don't know if you guys seen Game of Thrones and when Arya Stark, what they call the Red Wedding. I think that man, he definitely was another Red Wedding right there too. God damn, it was insane. It was insane, bro. And once again, that shows you the capability of pure just, of a human is willing to go ahead and give a much lethal blow to the point he can pierce through your body. That takes a lot to sit there and say the execution willing to do. Because one thing about mighty conceptual discipline, don't keep me wrong, when it came to the show, the main thing that made him so good is he was willing to observe, and I think also to like adapt. I think that was one of his biggest thing. I believe was his biggest thing. I can be told. Kenichi? Yeah, Kenichi.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that was one of his biggest thing. I believe where he was very observant, learning from a master, and it could show that because he had multiple teachers and stuff like that. Where hey, that technique and stuff like that, everything about him won't necessarily work because hey, every blow that he gives, no matter what, is going to give that damage. And also, Akaza is willing to take damage as well too. So therefore, you can be hitting him, which we even saw once again when he's doing to the dojo when they were putting bodies on him, kicking him, he was still taking them blows and while still giving more impact damage to the other opponent. So that letting you know that hey, when it comes to fist fighting and we get into close combat, whether it's grappling, whether it is whatever you mentioned, that hey, he will have the upper hand because hey, no matter how many blows you give to him, he will take that pain and still give more put more output and hurt you down. So that's so you fighting martial foundation. It's insane, man. I don't think it is more, I would say is more emphasized on swift attacks, targeting definitely weak points that hey, I don't think anything that Mighty Kenichi can do to stop that because hey, no matter what other people have done, it shows that hey, your technique, he will no matter put a hole in your chest. And we seen that. You know what? You want to, be Mr. Rengoku Part 2, just let us know. And Mighty to Stop Kenichi definitely can have that if you want to.
All right. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. With 24 seconds left on the clock, Rico.
Damn, all right. So getting into it. All right, so getting back to it, his other teacher, Shio, which is a karate master known for his immense strength and stoic demeanor, training Kenichi. Think of like the dude from Bleach, Kenpachi, teaching somebody, basically. So he got, like I said, 5 teachers, and then he has a legendary teacher, Hayato, who should literally be in Baki, because he is literally like one of the strongest people in that show. So that's the Grand Master of that dojo. So you got the 5 legendary masters of different martial arts teaching him. What do you think that does to a fighter that's being taught 5 different martial artists, from karate to Muay Thai to jujitsu to basically becoming a ninja, learning stealth? He went through a gauntlet fighting the Ragnarok, which every time he beat a bully, he just leveled up. They would send the next person from the gang. So in the Ragnarok, he fought a dude that was a master of sumo. And so he had to learn, he had to take what one of his teachers taught him. The series show you that he has to take this technique that they teach him how to counter attack the sumo wrestler, and he goes back to the teaching that he gets, and he does that again. Then he fought a guy that had perfect counter attack moves. He would counter your attack. And so for Kenichi, one of the biggest thing he does with his IQ is he figures out what the fighter is doing, and he starts to think, this is not working. And the show will literally show you like what he's doing is not working. He has to think a different way to beat this person. He beat somebody with a counterattack. He beat somebody with hands, just like your boy over here, Akaza. Akaza's fighting style, for what you guys want to know, is it comes off karate, and it also comes off like Neji with the 4 palms, 6 palms. So he mixes a majority of those. And so Kenichi is literally having Muay Thai is a much stronger it's a much stronger martial arts that it's more on the attack. Whereas karate, you got to be a little close. And I think with what Akaza is doing, he needs that good close range to get all up in you. And given the fact that I think him being taught by his master how to use grappling techniques. So one thing you never see Akaza fights is somebody that has a grappler. And what Kenichi's going to do is bring him to the deep end. What is he going to do when he gets put on the ground? He has no technique to come out of that. You didn't see that. And when you see it in his series, when he first fights, when he was younger, he fights his teacher that taught him. He got beat brutally. So now he's fighting another dude that has multiple martial arts that's gonna put him down in the dirt. Kenichi's probably the most well-rounded fighter in this whole debate that we have here. He knows every technique. He's gone through different fighters that have different techniques for him to go against. Like I told you, he's been through the ringer. So fighting people round after round after round for durability, getting beat up and getting jumped by different gangs, and then getting back up just to fight them. One of the perfect things the series does is teaches you, if you put in that work, you will get what you pay him. And he has no special ability. And when he learns Chinese Kempo, which is basically Tai Chi internal, so knowing those chakra points, just like your boy Akaza does too. He knows those points. So when he does do those blows, he goes for certain blows. Kenichi's going to react to that. And that's when he's going to use his Muay Thai to counter that. And that's when he's going to use the grappling to bring him in the ground and start frustrating him. Because when we saw he was human, he would get frustrated. Like if he didn't know how to fight. And so he's not going to have his blood demon arc to help him in this. So that ain't going to help him here. Jiu-jitsu, one of the things he's going to know is how to joint locks, and he's going to know how to throw his opponent using physics. So he can use a heavy blow to Akaza turn and use the physics to throw him, right? So this is a skilled fighter. This is somebody who has the IQ and knows how to pick apart his opponent. And also what karate teaches you is how to shin guard. So let's say Akaza throws a kick, Kenichi could shin guard, and we've seen it in UFC where Conor kicks Khabib, and Khabib shin guards it, and it breaks your ankle if you don't know where to kick. So let him come and start all those kicks and everything like that. He's going to break it. And also karate teaches you how to use certain sharp points to break opponents' arms. And so one thing Muay Thai does teaching him how to do is, guess what? When he was getting taught Muay Thai, he learned, it's up to me to allow you to breathe, because I know certain points I could turn off you from breathing. So I don't know how Akaza is going to fight a well-rounded fighter like this without having all these superpowers that he has in his show. So I think Kenichi is going to do a very good job against this. He is someone who has a well-put fighting capability, and he's going to be very good in a MMA ring if he is to get into this fight.
All right. With 7 seconds left on the clock for Rico. All right, Maal's back on you for the 2-minute rebuttal. Oh, we can't hear you.
Okay, all right. Ty and CJ, there are going to be 2 videos that I'm going to be sending your way. And doing these 2 videos, I want to go ahead. They will.
I need it for post edit, I guess.
But you don't. It's just for reference. So therefore, it just give you back to put you back on what he was bringing up about. Hey. Okay. About so. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Hey, restart my 2 minutes. Okay. Because okay, cool. All right. In these two videos, I want to go ahead. The only thing I ever mentioned about Akaza, we talk about the fist when it comes to Suryu. Only mention the hand to hand fist combat, which he even talk about it too. Giving an example with the gentle fist with Naruto. The only difference with that is that he's not keeping in mind is that it's a little bit different than the gentle fist because his fists are meant to completely hurt you, and also keep in mind he also can deflect as well too while he's giving those punches. So keep in mind that he's not only he can also deflect and take those. And now I want to talk about the daily kicks. Because in those videos, you can see when even someone wants to come and grab him or do that, those kicks are meant to sit there and give you one hit. So if he comes to grab, what is giving him stop him and say, hey, he can do a kick like that, honestly hit on his head and completely gone for Kenichi. So therefore, it shows that, hey, even if you do want to take that step, and you do want to cleat chin, don't be mindful of the kick that he can do as well, too. So therefore, even you coming and grappling doesn't show that, hey, that you can go ahead and take this man down because what he said is martial is all around. And I think, to me, Hajuku is more of a well fighter all around than Kenichi because due to the fact there's no rules when it comes to him. His intent is to completely end your life, while Kenichi is meant to more to withstand you. And someone who's trying to end your life is going to have more ways to be more so to come at you and be more determined, stuff like that as well too. So therefore, I don't think it's the same level compared to of how you, and it shows again, like I sit there and say, no matter technique of other people, even in a class of what's it called, a master class of people in the dojo, he completely wiped the whole entire dojo out. So I want to sit there and say that, there's nothing that he shows that instead to say, hey, it is stronger. When I said that, when we talked about, hey, everything is do internal, this man hurt internal. He ain't anything about way to stop and say, hey, the internal blows of Kenichi, how he's going to go against that and stop that. He didn't talk about anything about that. Now, when he mentioned about the deflectness of gentle fist, we say, yeah, if he can do that and also deflect other people. So therefore, and also we got something we mentioned about the grappler, and I say, he got something where he can go against grappler. I don't think no one can even put him in the ground as well too, because you're only talking about his fist, where hey, he also got feet, where hey, his feet is not gonna be somewhere to shin guard. No, that ain't gonna be kicking you in the fucking head. That's what he kicking you in your fucking temple. That's what it's doing. So yeah. And I want to say that's all that. I just think I just hit all your points.
That is time right there, I think. Oops, I think I went over a little bit. Whoops.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 minute 30 also. Cause that's
all right, no problem. I like to point out Muay Thai is a fighting style that uses your knee, your elbow, and also your shin. So it is for literally delivering dead blows. So it's not a technique like karate where you're not going for the person's neck. You're just defending yourself. So what Maal said was cap. He will be going for blows. That's why he got taught that style. It is to end opponents. And that's why Apachan was the one that teach him. And like I mentioned to you guys earlier, Apachan doesn't hold back. So every time in the dojo, he said, hey, Kenichi, I'm warning you. I'm going to hit you at my hardest. I don't know how to restrain myself. Every time he would hit Kenichi, he would fly away from the dojo. But to keep it regular, it's imagine somebody hitting you every time and you get knocked out. He literally been knocked out while he was being trained. So while all his masters were teaching him certain stuff, he would pass out. He would break bones. He would have to get healed and take a couple of days off to heal after being broken apart because all his masters were saying, if we're going to make you really strong, we're not going to restrain ourselves. And that's what Apachan taught him. So with Muay Thai, it's going to take care of everything Akaza throws at him. And like I said, it is to deliver the killing blow, which is why I think that is going to mess him up. And I looked this earlier. That's why I already knew the style that Akaza uses, which is based on Bakujang, the Sorofine style, is based on Anikuan karate. So if he is using karate and he's going for those kicks, karate is teach to defend yourself. The anime buffers it a little bit because he has the blood technique, so he's able to be more killing. But in reality, if he's fighting, that is a karate style based martial arts. So it's not like Muay Thai. Muay Thai is a superior martial arts compared to that. So you got it wrong. He's the one actually going to be defending himself in the ring. And then on top of that, with the technique, Kenichi's been taught footwork technique. So he knows how to get into different stances to change up the fight, to throw feints, to have Akaza thinking he's going one way. Yeah, he's kicking here. but he's really hitting him with a punch. So he's going to be able to fake him, which is what his teachers taught him how to do. So in this type of fight, it's perfect for him. Akaza is a perfect opponent because he's only stripped to 2 certain style of martial arts. And those martial arts are going to limit him to what he can do. Whereas Kenichi can back up and be more distant and throw more jabs to keep Akaza from having the perfect timing with his karate, because that's what karate is. Well, karate is learning about your peer striking and learning how to block. So he's gonna be open. He's gonna give us an opening that we're looking for. And when we do grapple him,
that's time. Cut off the last sentence there. All right, I think I got everything I need here.
All right.
You got yours, CJ?
Yeah, I'm still talent. Go ahead.
All right, so I guess I'll start us off then. All right, beginning with the fighting style. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ma. I think Kenichi just got way more in his bag for the different martial arts that he knows. I think that's an easy dub for Kenichi because he just knows more. He got more techniques. He's got more options to pick from.
Yeah.
As far as technique goes, I also think Kenichi got that too because he's just mastered more. Again, and the way he utilizes them to counter other people specifically is more than we've seen and you represented from Akaza here. Akaza had the one and he went against the dojo, but you didn't really get, well, we don't really know too much about how that went and how he utilized it. We just know that he won. Versus Kenichi, I felt like we had more examples to show him utilizing it in order to be successful. So I think he's got those two. And then also for canon examples, I think Kenichi just had a lot more canon examples also just to lean on to really like to go over and to talk about as well too. I feel like he had more evidence to support what he's able to do. Now for fighting IQ, I feel like there's a little bit more you might have been able to bring up here, but I'm not gonna lie, Kenichi kind of sweeping. Kenichi sweeping a little bit here. Because again, just the fact that he has more in his bag to choose from and has to figure out what he's doing and utilize it, I think, again, that's a little bit better than Akaza, who, again, to your points, you only really brought up when he was fighting and his ability to fight, which is good. But that brings us to stamina and durability, because I do think Akaza takes that pretty easily. Because even when Rico was talking about his durability, he was like, oh, he has to like recover and heal from the training even. Versus Akaza, who was like being tied up and beaten and still fighting back. I think Akaza definitely takes durability there and stamina. And as for debate quality overall, I think Rico just brought up some more points in this one. I think you had a really good debate attempt there. I just don't think Akaza had much to work with, to be honest with you. I feel like Kenichi just had a lot more examples to lean on and things to present to build up that debate. Where you were leaning on what you had, but I think it was just outweighed. To be honest, I go with Akaza for this one. Not Akaza, I'm sorry, my bad. Kenichi. I was like, what?
Okay. All right, so I hear what Ty's saying, but I actually disagree on the fighting style and technique.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not gonna hold you. For the fighting style, I really give that the edge to Akaza because of one thing that Maul said. Akaza kills people, like he said, like he killed people, and I understand what Rico was saying, where he's like Muay Thai is there specifically learned and taught to break people's bones and stuff, but it's not to kill people.
that's not what I said.
You did. You said it's destroy joints and ligaments.
That was jiu-jitsu.
Was that jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I could have sworn you said Muay Thai. We had to run that tape back.
Yeah.
I could have sworn you was like Muay Thai. It goes for the knees and the whatever.
It goes for the killing blow.
But even jiu-jitsu, we know real world accounts of these people do die, but usually that's not the goal. The goal is to just to beat the opponent. Whereas Akaza killed like 67 people. I'm sorry, you getting jumped 67-1 and they using weapons and you're not? Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. And you killed all of them? Not one of them got away? Fair. They said that they slaughtered these people. Like they thought that these niggas was attacked by a demon. Crazy. I'm sorry. I have to give that slight edge just because 67 graves just got filled that day, and more or less we saw Akaza walk out unscathed. Like he was like, "Oh, this is not my blood." You know what I'm saying? Technique, I gave the slight edge back to
Kenichi or Akaza.
I actually it was pretty even until the very end where I was just like Maul said that with the whole beating thing as a child, you know what I'm saying? Akaza always had the ability to fight. Unlike Kenichi was built up.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But after Akaza's dad died, like he said, he went and fought those people, like grown men. You know what I'm saying? Kenichi was fighting bullies. So I give the slight edge.
Well, That's on me. That's on me for not specifying.
He was fighting grown men too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's on me.
I
They were a
heard
gang. They were like a gang, a local
So
gang in Japan.
like
that he was fighting.
Shit, what's the other show called? Like Mikey and them.
Yeah, he was fighting gangs after gangs. Like they were literally killing people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's on me though. That's on me. I didn't bring that up because
All right.
Yeah.
Canon examples. I gave Rico. He definitely did come with more canon examples, and that like to Ty's point. Kenichi has a whole show for him, and Akaza has his backstory, and then he has what we seen him as a demon, which I thought you should have brought up more. I understand that Akaza can't have the healing factor and the enhanced strength, but one thing you can't take away from Akaza, experience. And nigga survived hundreds of years of learning this technique, honing this technique, something that I don't know Kenichi wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, I think you could have brought up a little bit more there, but
you know what I'm saying? Also, you could have touched on the fact that Akaza really did learn that technique pretty fast. You could have brought that up too to boost up the battle IQ, because right onto battle IQ, I also gave it to Kenichi. He learned that in like a summer. Like, how long was he training for?
Yeah, it was like a summer, and then he was training while he was in school too.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like years on years on
like
years.
he would train and then he would get in a fight.
Yeah, so it wasn't years on years on years. So I'm giving that to Kenichi. So, and then similar to Ty, I gave the stamina to Akaza, because Akaza, come on, 67 people jumping you and you didn't tire. Come on, you didn't take a break not once. That nigga left unscathed. Niggas with swords. These are weapons. That nigga said you brought hands to a sword fight against 67. Bro, he was the gorilla. Almost, right? He was the gorilla versus 100 men, but the 100 men had swords. It was 67 men, but they had swords. Like,
yeah.
10 men with swords, I think, can take out a gorilla. I'm sorry. 10. Maybe 7. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 6. Anyway. Debate quality, I give it to Rico. Rico just gave, like I said, better points, better canon examples. He got into more depth with the real world fighting techniques. One thing I would say, I think Rico was attacking regular karate a little too much, because at the end of the day, Akaza isn't using regular karate at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I was just attacking, like, if you actually, like Maal said, Soro. If you look what Soro is,
yeah, no, I understand.
It's based on karate, and if you look at his other technique, it's like the Trigon Palm. It's called Jijang Wu. So I was trying to make sure y'all to rationalize their technique, because Kenichi has so much martial arts.
Yeah,
it counters his technique if we're taking the Akaza before he becomes a demon. So that actually would be the technique he has.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like I can see where the creators of the show actually picked a technique to model Akaza's fighting style after. But then you have to also remember, this isn't. I guess.
No, what he uses is actually real. Like, people actually use
real,
that.
but like you see, well, we don't really see too much fighting. With
You
Akaza
can't,
before.
but that's why he has his palms open.
Yeah, I understand the palms open. I understand that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. All he's just saying is he thinks that the fighting styles from Kenichi counter that style of fighting. That was just the point he was making.
Yeah.
But I still gave it to Rico. So, coming down to it at the end, I should have had this counted up first. 1, 2, 3. Is it tied? God damn it. Now I gotta do math. I was trying not to do math. I was trying to do simple math. So I was just like, oh my God, okay.
You play more Sudoku, man. Get your mental math on.
Shut up. Yeah, okay, so it is going Kenichi's way. Slightly.
All right, so it looks like Kenichi just made it to the next round, just barely though, man.
But like I said, Maul, bro, what happened to what happened?
He thought it was too easy. That's why.
Oh man,
that's
what happened to the Mike Guy
energy.
Debate? I feel like it's just because you resonate with Naruto characters more.
You know what? I think it's a little bit there, because I think my guy had more to lean on in terms of feats. Akaza really had not that.
Yeah,
much,
but you could have made
so when I was
argument with
him.
No, you could have brought up.
I limit myself. I limit myself because when y'all started about some stuff I could have bought as a demon, I literally, when I got Akaza, I literally just stripped everything with demon.
Everything else,
strictly just focus. I literally focused on Akaza.
Does not mean you strip him of his training, his experience.
Yeah, the techniques.
I know, but
did while he was a demon, you can look back at it and be like, you can still translate that to him as
but what I'm saying, I think that's why I say that's why I limit myself.
I got you. Yeah,
that's the part where I limit myself. I like,
style.
damn.
The fact that he could kind of predict your movements based on your killing intent. Remember when Tanjiro was
I
like,
thought that was his blood demon art.
no, his blood demon art.
No.
I thought that's what detected it so he could react.
Yeah.
No, the compass was the fireworks. That was his blood demon art. The fact that he could shoot energy out. His blood demon art wasn't the fact that he could detect
I just
negative.
misunderstood that. Then.
It's not. It was. He explains it. He was just like, this is just me because I've been training for so long. I can understand. Because at the end of the day,
I guess that's your fighting spirit. You don't have to have murderous intent. It's just your fighting spirit.
Even dang, what's his name? Inosuke. Remember they were saying that Inosuke could low key do it too.
Oh, that's true.
They was
That is
like,
true.
yeah,
They did say
Inosuke
that.
could kind of. He was like, yeah, I could just feel when someone's trying to come to me with a killer intent. I just feel like someone's going to attack me from this direction.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you could have brought that up. He used that a lot more.
But once again, I think
Kenichi won't have no killing intent.
I'm pretty sure Kenichi has killing.
no, but
Or not
I
killing
think
intent,
you
but
need.
it's not just
I
killing
wouldn't
intent,
use
it's
killing
the
intent.
attack.
It's called in Akaza form. It's called fighting spirit. He can
Fighting
just sense
spirit,
your
yes. It's the
his
fighting
fighting.
spirit. That's
Yeah,
what
he
I
has
think.
fighting spirit. Fighting
I
spirit. yeah.
translate that to killing intent, but
Yeah,
because
yeah. Fighting spirit. Yeah,
it's
I
fighting
know.
spirit.
I know what you mean. It's almost like killing intent, but it's not because it's just
Yeah.
like it's just
It's
like
your
you're
will to
you're
fight.
willing and you're determined
Yes.
to like make an attack. So I can see what you mean.
But yeah, yeah, Kenichi's gonna go on. This
Damn,
round.
bro. I hurt
you let
myself
one of
on
my
this
best
one.
hitters, bro.
Damn, I let my.
You let one of my best hitters slide. You gonna let my best hitter slide like
I
that?
disagree. He does not
My
have
boy.
one technique. I was like, what?
Hey, bro, I hate, bro.
Hell no.
I used to kill people.
I thought it was impressive. Like to me, the killing thing isn't the craziest because it's not like Kenichi can't kill people. He chooses not to.
Yeah.
That's how I view it.
And
If he wanted to, I feel like
he
he
can.
could.
But
Yeah.
has Kenichi ever got jumped
Yes.
by 67 grown men at the same time with
he got
swords?
jumped. I
and
don't know the
murked
number.
them?
I don't know the number. I'm gonna look it up, but he did get jumped by a
But
gang.
not 67. Come on.
No, I'm gonna look it up. No, I'm so serious. These gangs are actually pretty big.
Oh, okay. All right. Look it up and let me know.
The gangs that he fight, there's like the little sub gang, and then there's a elite 8, and that's just the first arc. Then he fights a whole nother like gang who their whole dojo is about showing how their martial arts can kill people. So he fights people that can kill. Then he goes to another level of game that says we breed military martial arts. Like,
Yeah,
like
I
they start the anime short.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
understand, but I'm
67 is
just
a lot of
like-
people. You know what it's not, though?
No,
You know what it's not? 100. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Who fought 100 people?
Baki, I mentioned that
Garu
earlier.
too. Garu fought 100 people too.
All I'm saying is, and another thing, Maul, you should have brought up the aftermath of it. They literally went in there. They saw an eyeball on the ceiling.
Yeah,
The man over here talking about breaking joints. I was just like, bro, knock the nigga eyes out. How you get uppercut so bad you were looking down?
I thought he was.
I was wondering
how
how
can
can
focus on that.
Yeah,
and I was
like,
like,
bruh.
brother.
Like you didn't bring up the fact that Akaza came looking for a demon. Look, like I thought a demon. I thought one of my people
You
did
mean,
this. I mean, Muzan.
Muzan.
Muzan came
But
looking.
that's all right.
Yeah.
It's
Muzan
okay,
came
Mo. You got
looking-
the next one, bro. I believe in you. Unless it's against me, then you don't. But if it's somebody else, you got it.
God damn,
I don't know
Ty.
who else is on Ty's team. Honestly.
So the match 3 and 4 are done. We got Kenichi and Baki moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually will face you next. It'll be Kenichi and Baki. That actually will be a good fight.
I thought it was going up against Maul next.
No.
They haven't gone up against him yet.
No. But I'm saying for the later round.
Oh,
after
yes,
we
okay,
have
I got you.
one more. It's gonna, I think, me versus you, and then Maul
Yeah.
versus Ty, and then we go to the
okay.
to
Yeah.
round 2. This is the next
right,
match.
right.
5 and 6, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we moved around.
I
2.
hope you're ready.
You ready for that? Make
I'll
sure
be
you
more.
like, subscribe, share it with a friend. Tell us how you feel about these fights.
Yeah,
Who
let
you
us know
thought
what you
should
thought.
move forward.
What arguments would you have made?
Yes. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.